Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Michael with Oregon Sweet Leaf Revival. We're just here today, back with Medicine Woman from Eastern Oregon. We have her live on phone, another phone interview with her. It sounds like you guys are really doing some things over there that are making it very active, but we need to be a little more active, folks. And I think that I would like to go ahead and give the ground floor to Medicine Woman from Eastern Oregon, and let's hear what she's got to say, folks.
Good evening, Michael. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
This is Medicine Woman from Eastern Oregon. Well, the subject tonight is, I put a challenge out here to Eastern Oregon growers, and I'm talking Ontario, I'm talking Huntington, I'm talking Baker, I'm talking LeGrand, I'm talking Union, I'm talking Prairie City, I'm talking John Day. I'm putting a challenge out to these growers out there who have got into this business, which it really shouldn't be about business. It should be about compassion. It can be an awesome program, but there's too much greed over here in Eastern Oregon. I want to give a shout out to a wonderful grower in Union City. I want to thank you for your donations of clones for our patients here in Ontario.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Nessa. And I want to say thank you so much for those donations. These patients, thank you. The ones that show compassion, great job.
Yeah, man.
Those greedy ones over here,
We're
I
coming.
challenge you to step up and help your neighbor, because they may be a patient,
Yep.
an OMMP patient. It's about compassion. So I throw this challenge out to all Eastern Oregon growers, those who are less compassionate, those who live with greed, hate, cheating, lying, and stealing from their OMMP patients. You need to stop, because we're coming for you. There's more than just me that are fed up with you cheats, with your liars, and your stealing. And you know who we're talking about. You know who we're talking about.
Yes, we do.
We're coming for you. I'm cleaning up this valley.
Well, you know, it sounds like it's a great opportunity for all of those folks in the Union County area, the Nissa, Ontario Vale County seats, Baker, basically the all outlying Eastern Oregon vicinity. You folks out there, you patients on the ground level, I would encourage you to go tell your growers, hey, it's time we get in contact with these folks. Let's get in contact with Stormy Ray at the Stormy Ray Foundation. Let's get in contact with the Medicine Woman there at the Stormy Ray Foundation, and let's get this going. Let's get some communication across the table, folks. You know, growers, don't take it as a threat. You know, because I don't sense that. What I sense is it's an urge for you guys to put things aside for a minute. I know, hey, I've got a garden myself. I grow myself every year. I totally understand, folks. Just put it aside for a minute, you know, and actually try to communicate, you know, from person to person. Let's try to make it work, man. We've got too much chaos going on in our world already, man. Come on, you guys, my last show, Washington had 3 dispensaries rated. The Bay Area dispensary and all the other ones in Seattle. Come on, guys. If we can all get on one page, imagine how much stronger we could be. That's what I hear Medicine Woman saying. So, you know, you folks over there in Eastern Oregon tonight, if you're a patient card holder with the Oregon Medical Marijuana Program, I want you to do this one favor for us here at Oregon Sweetleaf Revival. If we've had our hand in helping you, if not, we look forward to helping you. But remember, you've got to be able to communicate. Let your grower know, hey, if you like what your grower's doing for you, say, hey, I like what you're doing. But I think there's much more you can do.
Grow for yourself.
And yeah, start striking out for yourself and being that independent person. I'm a patient grower, and as a patient grower, I don't want to be involved in that racket. I would rather take care of helping other patients, and that's why I'm here today with Medicine Woman, because as a patient grower from the Valley, if I was in Eastern Oregon, I would be more than willing to just jump right on board. Because I can tell you right now, folks, we're trying to do everything we can down here in the Valley to get the word out to everybody about Oregon Sweetleaf Revival. And what we're trying to do is network for the first time. A lot of people would like to say they're networking, but they're only networking in their own little circles. Folks, the cannabis community is more than just a small little circle networking. The cannabis community is about all of us joining arms. If we've got our hand on this plant, like I've told you before, then we all need to come together. All come to the table. Let's have a smoke out session about it, man. Let's work these issues out so that when the feds come to our door, we're prepared. Because those guys up in Washington, they thought it was all cushy and king, man. But it wasn't. And with these folks over here in Eastern Oregon, with what Medicine Woman is saying, I can't emphasize enough. It's time that everybody stop what they're doing and get going and get active. Get active with a larger community as a whole. And that community over there in Eastern Oregon could become a lot stronger if you folks over there will join arms with Medicine Woman and Stormy Ray at Stormy Ray's Foundation. Let's get a growers consortium idea going on. Let's figure out what it is that we've got to do to protect ourselves from the up and coming battles that are ahead. Because this war is far from being over, folks. Like I told you last time, it's far from being over. We've got to continue to do the front work, and we've got to continue to do the footwork. And folks, come out of your closets. This is 2013. Let's join arms and let's make this thing nationwide. Let's start a Mad Hatting campaign. And I mean plant it worldwide. Let's get it planted everywhere. Let's put it in parks. Let's put it out in the nature scenes. Let's get it going, folks. It's the only way that our planet has a chance. And so, like I say, folks, we appreciate Medicine Woman giving her opportunity. Medicine Woman, is there anything else that you would like to add?
Yes, Michael. I would like to add to the fact I agree with you 100%. If we, the patients, didn't give these growers our plant, our donations that we give to the growers for growing our plants, and then keeping the medicine and selling it in Washington, California, Arizona, wherever they're taking our meds out of state of Oregon, we need to stop. We need to band together like Michael from Sweetleaf Revival has said. But I have one message for all the patients in Eastern Oregon. Stay away from the connection.
Yes,
they
absolutely.
will rip you off. They will lie to you. They are not growers. They don't have a clue what they're doing. And I can testify to this to the tune of $4,200. Gee, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I've heard other testimonies myself personally from other folks who have been affected by this group called The Connection. The only thing that these folks can say, the only response that they have to say to us at Oregon Sweetleaf Revival is that there's other folks out there hurting patients just as bad as they are. And I've already said that before, and that is quote unquote, as I look at things in a random matter, It's pure random madness that any patient should ever consider going to Eastern Oregon's Cannabis Connection, or the Connection. We're calling it the Connection. Folks, I'm going to get a video edited card up there of their business advertisement, their little billboard, and I want you patients in Eastern Oregon to really consider what you're doing. Okay? If these people are ripping off patients like herself, this elderly woman who's a very active activist in the cannabis community as well, involved heavily with Stormy Ray's foundation. And not only that, these people are ripping off other elderly patients and sick people in Eastern Oregon. So don't support those folks, man. We got to shut those dudes out. There's no room for corruption. There is none at all, because you know what? This plant right here will be growing on the graves of corruption. End of story, folks. We need to end corruption all the way around. We got to start protecting us for the love of this plant. Okay? And I can only emphasize those folks over in Eastern Oregon, if you're confused, you're not sure where you need to go, folks, the Stormy Ray Foundation, they have plenty of advertisement out there.
Or send us an email.
We'll get you every bit of the information that we can get in your vicinity, whether it's Union, Grant, any of those counties. You know, you send us an email. Okay, and you guys out there, you know how to get a hold of us. You can get a hold of us at As Ganja Goddess. You can help me with that one.
Oregon Sweet Leaf Revival at yahoo.com.
Thank you. Oregon Sweet Leaf Revival at yahoo.com, folks. So remember, if you want to do this, if you want to make this active and make it happen, folks, you're on the breaking ground of something pioneering. Separating yourself from corruption. And you growers out there, I know you have a heart, and it's time. It's time for you guys. There's no way you can grow this plant and not have any love in your heart. I love the hell out of my plants.
And it loves you.
And it loves me, and it responds to the love I give it. And so as a grower, from one grower to another grower over there in Eastern Oregon, if you love that plant, man, and you love what it gives you, then you get a hold of these folks and you help them out. You share what you know, man, and you join in this community the right way, with love and compassion in your heart.
Yep,
And if you'd like to make a donation to the Stormy Ray Foundation, if anyone out there in cannabis world would like to make a donation to the Stormy Ray Foundation, a donation to them, what would they have to do?
You can go online and look up the Stormy Ray Foundation.
Okay, so
make a donation to her organization. She is the CEO.
Okay.
And we are taking donations.
All right.
Stormy does a lot all over the valley.
Oh yeah.
She does a lot of good for a lot of people, and it's based on her, donations or what gets her, helps her go.
Yeah, and she does so much, and we totally agree 100% on that. So.
She is our voice in the capital in Salem.
Well,
she's an amazing woman.
You know, she's had. What's funny is that a lot of people seem to forget, but she traveled around on that pro circuit with Jack Herrera, and folks, we haven't forgotten the legacy and the legend that he's left behind, and we're living it today as we continue on the same march. Legalize this thing all the way around. Free the plant.
I hate to interrupt, but I only have a room for just a little bit.
And as Ganja Goddess says, folks,
I want to thank you for your time and for making this video, for helping the patients in Eastern Oregon, in Ontario especially. I still have a lot of patients over here without medicine. I still hear every day that people are ripping them off, taking their plants. And you know what, growers? If you're one of those, we're coming for you. You're not going to be able to be in this community without joining forces so we can be ready for the raids that come in September and October.
Yep.
We need to unite. We need to show the federal government, the DEA, that we are strong if we unite together for a plant that is holistic. It is grown in the mother. We need to respect this and what it can do for the sick and the elderly.
Well, and as we say, I totally appreciate everything you're saying, and I know that everybody over there in the community does as well. Folks, we're going to continue this mission, and I'm going to be making future videos with Medicine Woman, and I'm hoping that I can have an opportunity to meet her in person and have an opportunity to do a person-to-person video with her. But folks, up to this point, I want you folks to be aware. It's time. Okay?
Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome. And thank you very much for your compassion.
Thank you.
The cannabis community loves you and appreciates what you are doing, Medicine Woman. Keep up the good work out there. And like I said, folks, one free plant. Free the plant, folks. Come to Oregon Sweet Leaf Revival. Go to Stormy Ray Foundation, and let's join forces. It's time to end this misery all the way around so that our patients can get better. And as Ganja Gata says,
Sharing is always caring.